What's happening, guys? My name is OTG and back to Davilo's journey. We are here for day 4 and it's episode number 50. It's a big 5-0 and we're not doing anything special for it because purely it's not like a big deal. It's just the episode 50, which is, you know, a really big thing in a way, because we've done 50 episodes of a career mode, which is huge. I mean, 50 episodes of me driving in a career mode, that is long. We are the second longest running career mode on YouTube, behind Tim at Marduk, who is I think he done in total, I think it was about he done three seasons on the same career mode as well. So we're the second longest running career mode on YouTube, and to celebrate this we are away in Belgium, Spa. We qualified in 11th position. It was a very strange qualifying because we went out in Q2, set a decent time, and then people just started to beat it and we didn't get enough time to go out, and I didn't want to restart because it would be unrealistic and unfair, so we qualified in P10. So at the start we move up 4 positions to 7th place with Nico Hulkenberg, and there's Mark Webber ahead of us, the championship leader, a man we really want to get past now. We've used the drizzling of curves, going to use the slipstream to get past the Red Bull, we hope, looking for around the outside, but we cut on the inside, doing a bit of a dummy move on him, moving up to rich fuel mixture, using some curves just to secure it, going down into standard fuel mixture now, braking later, Perez turning in on us there, and luckily no damage or nothing goes wrong there. As we go through, we nudge Kimi Raikkonen into Lewis Hamilton there, and we actually go past Kimi Raikkonen. We're up into 3rd position now, going into the hairpin style corner, locking the front tyres up and giving Kimi Raikkonen the podium position back. And there's Sergio Perez, Checo up into 4th position, and Lewis Hamilton is 6th behind us. Sergio, a massive corner cut there. I don't know why he did it, but he just did it. But he gets a run off Sergio Perez. I don't think he gained much of an advantage, so the stewards didn't give him a warning. He now goes through this corner. He goes through, gets a decent turn through there and nudges Sergio Perez off the track. But the game didn't seem it fit that Sergio Davilo, sorry, deserved a penalty there. So Checo's sadly losing out there, and you can see, but in front Kimi Raikkonen is there. Sebastian Vettel's leading from Fernando Alonso. Later on lap 2, a lap later, Kimi Raikkonen's ahead of us, no curves remaining, just using slipstream and pure pace, and Sergio Davilo breezes past the flying Finn in the Lotus, going in a little bit of a lock-up, maybe leaving the gap open to Lewis Hamilton, who's also got past the flying Finn. And so it seems to be a pattern that Mercedes just can't seem to leave each other, as Lewis Hamilton looking for a move maybe around the outside now. Sergio not using curves, but Lewis Hamilton, will he go for it? I think he's going to go for the undercut. Sergio locking the brakes, but he hits the apex, maybe just leaving Lewis Hamilton no space, but Lewis Hamilton can't get a run off him, but he might get one going through, but he will not get one until maybe a few laps later. You're on lap 6 now. Sergio having to come into the pits, Hulkenberg and Hamilton switching places behind, and Lewis Hamilton goes on while Sergio Davilo comes into the pits for his first stop, going onto a set of prime tyres. Now, if things are right, he should be pitting on lap 15, and there are a few drivers I think are going for an option. He'll be going for the option prime, option, and they'll be going for the option prime, and you can see Fernando Alonso's ahead there, 3.245 second pit stop, not a bad one. Comes out now, and I think he won't have many cars in his way in traffic wise, so he's in a clean air. He's just got Fernando Alonso, he's got some cars behind him that he can just keep an eye on, but overall it's a very, very solid pit stop from the team, and Fernando Alonso goes up Eau Rouge, and then Sergio Davilo follows him, and his former teammate obviously coming through on lap 7 too. Lap 8, Hulkenberg's right on the back, but I think the important details is if you look in the pit lane, you can see Lewis Hamilton is on his way out of the pit. So will Sergio Davilo get the outside out in front of him? He doesn't. He can't get the undercut. Lewis Hamilton overcuts Sergio Davilo, putting himself in the podium position, but Sergio has fresher tyres, and Sergio has more warm tyres. His tyres are up to temperature, meaning he'll get the better run now. He's not even used curves through a rouge, and he's past Sergio. He passed his teammate Sergio is, and he uses DRS just to confirm it. Now Lewis needs to keep an eye on Nico Hulkenberg behind him, because Hulkenberg has got raw pace in that Sauber this season, just showing it's a really good and really competitive car now. And Sergio Davilo getting a minor corner cut there, but he gets the position done and dusted, suffering with a bit of understeer this weekend, hence why he's so far down. On lap 8 now, coming through the final chicane, we've got some cars coming on behind us, but Sergio seems to be setting some really good pace at the moment, as he then goes purple and sets the fastest lap time of the Grand Prix. He's 2.4 seconds behind Fernando Alonso, and he's out of the DRS zone of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton at the moment. So Sergio really on the run. He might even get a second or maybe first place if he keeps his pace going. But you can see he's just starting to drop off a little bit. So, you know, he's suffering with understeer. He can set one decent lap, but he just can't seem to get the consistency up. That seems to be his biggest problem. On lap 10 now, Nico Hülkenberg looking for the inside line. He gets past Sergio, but Lewis Hamilton makes it 3 abreast going through into the corner. Hamilton backs out. Sergio takes the wide and outside line and breezes past Hülkenberg. No contact made, but Hamilton also getting past Nico Hülkenberg there. So, oh no, he didn't. Lewis Hamilton didn't take advantage, and Hülkenberg stays in fourth position. But now Mark Webber is the man who's taken 4th position. The championship leader, as Sergio has no KERS now. So this really gives Mark Webber. Mark Webber could really take full advantage. You can see Mark Webber is on the option run. So Sergio is either going to have to keep an eye on him, but then he locks his brakes up. Mark Webber turns it on him, leaves him no room, and he actually hits him. And in my opinion, I don't think Sergio had much of much he could do there. He broke going into the corner. He got a little lock up, but he could have survived that. But what it was Mark Webber didn't leave him any room and actually squeezed him out. So Sergio had nowhere else to go apart from the grass. So he hit him and he went onto the runoff area. On lap 13 now, Sergio 2 laps before his pit stop decides, you know what, I'm coming into the pits. If he would have gone on extra, he could have gone on options, but it would have been a squeeze. Now he's going to go onto a set of primes. He's going to be matching Mark Webber and matching all the cars behind him. He'll be trying to continue because Mark Webber's going onto the prime stint. Sebastian Vettel also coming in now, so they're on their only prime stint. Sergio the only man going for an option prime. Will it work? He's after the podium position. I don't even think he'll mind that. I think it's a top 5 finish for him now, because he knew that if he would have stayed out, he would have lost time and places to play drivers like Felipe Massa, Mark Webber and Nico Hülkenberg, who are Hülkenberg and Webber were both on the option prime. So now coming into turn 1, there's Sergio. He goes a little bit wide, but there's Felipe Massa, and I think that might be Mark Webber or Romain Grosjean ahead. I think it's Romain Grosjean. So Sergio now out of turn 1. He gets a decent run going through Eau Rouge, and you can see Felipe Massa there, a little bit of a nut. Massa didn't give him much room. Sergio couldn't do that. It wasn't going to be nice, but Massa didn't gain much of an advantage, Sergio, but they're all on the back of him. Look, you've got Massa, you've got, I think that's Hamilton, and then there looks to be a McLaren there as well, but Sergio with DRS holds them all off very neatly going into the turn, and I don't think there was much issue, but you can see ahead it is Romain Grosjean, the car that got out ahead of the pack. So now lap 18, a lap later, going through Eau Rouge now, using not much KERS, but we're going to have DRS wide open, and Romain Grosjean is going to be defensive. Sergio with the slipstream just breezes past, doesn't even have any quarrel with that, and then Sergio Davilo up into P4. Mark Webber 5.4 seconds. It's going to be a squeeze to get him, but you know, I think this is a really, really good performance from Sergio today. Qualifying 11th to be in a top 4 finish at the moment. I think he can be really, really proud. Now, lap 19, going through Rouge. We're coming through and we've got some real fast cars behind us. Romain Grosjean on the option tyres is now right past. He's going for the outside lane. Lewis Hamilton doesn't have a clue where he's going to go. Sergio brakes a bit later to get the line through there, and he holds it in and gets Romain Grosjean, and I think that will move Lewis Hamilton actually up into 5th position. So it's a 4-5 Mercedes now, unless it is. So it's been a good performance. He's still minus 1 lap fuel, but Sergio will just hopefully get rid of that very, very shortly. On lap 22, Sebastian Vettel wins the Belgium Grand Prix from Fernando Alonso to Mark Webber. Mark Webber's got a 12-second gap to Sergio, so this track is not Sergio's style. But Lewis Hamilton all over the rear end of Sergio Davilo. Will he get him? It's another consistency thing with same thing. It's consistently happening. Same with Silverstone. It happened, and we're coming through now the final chicane. And Sergio Davilo, the bus stop chicane, has been kind to Sergio Davilo all race weekend. But Lewis Hamilton almost getting the run on him there. But Sergio Davilo comes home in a very, very solid 4th position to come and bring home the bacon for the Mercedes team and his mechanics. They need this. This is the boost they needed. They can now believe that they can do it. He picks up 12 points. He does lose 3 to Webber, and he loses 6 points to Fernando Alonso. And actually Sebastian Vettel gained. So really the biggest loser today is Lewis Hamilton. The top 5 are all battling for the Drivers' Championship, and you know any of them could have won today. But Sebastian Vettel, very dominant performance as normal, and it's a very Vettel-esque performance. Pulled arrested down in 12th. Kimi Raikkonen picks up a 10-second penalty, which drops him down into 11th point, 2 seconds out of the points. Sergio Perez, he was in 10th, and 9th was Jenson Button. There we can see now the Drivers' Championship. It's a 54-point gap from Mark Webber to 5th for Fernando Alonso. It's 27 points from him to Sebastian Vettel and Sergio Davilo in 3rd, and Lewis Hamilton in 4th. Mixing things up, the constructors-wise, 56 points, Liberty Mercedes and Infinity Red Bull Racing, and Scuderia Ferrari just sit on the cusp of the 2 teams. But guys, at this point, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. My name is OTG. If you have enjoyed, smash that like button below, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.